And it is time again for a little bit of the Unity game engine. Let's get right into it. What we're trying to do is make a character sheet and let the player create their character on it in real time. That's what we're trying to do. Not sure if it's gonna work out, but we did start it and we might finish it. We'll see. Good, let's check out if there's any chat and if we can read it when it comes up. Good. And then how far did we come here? So we can pick out a race, and then we can pick out a heritage. And this is the, there's a no reference exception because we were changing the tooltip display. Good, the tooltip display. Info texts. These are all the info texts. I don't think there is any of anything here. Needs to be, oh wait. Look it up, string words, if word contains. Boop. This looks very nice and straightforward. And then you return a description. That's fine. For each key in all infos keys. Add key. What? Keywords. So we do have another list here. A list of all keywords that we apparently need for some reason. That's fine. I think it might be in the UI control here somewhere. Select an info text. Good, maybe this is a thing. Select any entry 161. This might be an indicator. Oh, a lot of these don't have an image. Good. So if we hover over them with a mouse, it's on pointer enter. But if we click it, it's on select, is it? Weird. Because we did not click it. On select. Select any 152 as well. 152, select object, game object. Display info. Display info. Where is my display info? In the UI control, probably. No, it must be here, otherwise it wouldn't. I mean, we can just search for it, I suppose. Info text. If it's a drop-down item, if not, then you just show it. And if you don't show it, that's fine. Info text component, there is a children, but that's only if it's a drop-down item. Maybe some of these things are drop-down items and shouldn't be. Let's check out the name. As you can see, this takes forever. We will never even finish anything here. Parchment, character sheet, interactive name input. Label, placeholder, character name. So you're not a drop-down, but you are something that could give us... I think we're hovering over the age where it presents us with a problem. Select any entry, there we go. And it's not a drop-down item. That should not be a problem. Maybe it's because it cannot find the name of it. Select any entry. So it's no drop-down item. It should look entry. It's the transform name. Right? And then we look it up. Easy peasy. Yeah, it's supposed to show the tooltip. Good. It looks up the entry and the entry depths. So if the entry doesn't have a keyword, string description not found, string words. If words contains key. This cannot be the problem because we already... Oh! Maybe we did the math wrong after all? Return a description. If word contains key. And if it doesn't, return with a description. I don't see the mistake here. How do we find this out? How the heck? Good. Everywhere here where we have a keyword, it's fine. And where we don't have a keyword, it says description not found. So it comes up to this code, and then there is an issue. So it does everything correctly, but then it breaks. On deselect, animate entry, false, maybe there. Animating the entry now. And the Boolean run animation is false. Just no big deal. Then we do this and that, and then we return null. There is no telling. What is the problem? Right, if you just give it a description anyway, Is it the problem we don't have an age description? Let's see, I think this might be actually the issue. And then we just have to catch it somewhere. So for example, if this was age, and if we were giving this just one entry, like this, anything here is good. Revs is short for revolutions. The number of times Litecore 1 spins, goes around its void sun. Spins around its orbits around its around the void sun. For example, like this. Now, if we hover over the age, what might happen? Will it still break? Now, sure, we can give everything a description, but actually we want to see where the error occurs, because it says description not found, and that is actually good enough for us. Let's see. and afterwards, huh? So it still looks it up and then the error occurs afterwards. That's not good. $116. Close dropdown. Why would you call this? Open dropdown, open dropdown. This is not a dropdown. Close dropdown should not even be called. Who calls this? On pointer enter. Ah, we're closing the dropdown. And then we're looking at something. Good. Let's find out about this. But first we're gonna have a short break. This is already too much work. I'm gonna talk to you in 5 minutes. Alright. I don't know if this popsicle helps, but certainly it's delicious. We don't have a parent. Probably. That's probably the issue. If transform parent, and that should solve the issue in theory, but we don't actually know. Did we press play here all the time? No. 162 now. Again, the image. Select. That makes sense, not everything has an image. Just going to do the same thing we did before. We're going to use this image that is sometimes there as a condition if we're even checking for, oh man, this is still on. If we're even checking for the image. I don't know if this is good now. I'm going to rewrite everything, even though this works now, of course, but still a bit jank. Oh dear. Sorry. Good. So what's next? What we're trying to achieve today is the player picks out something and then they see a result when they age up. Probably cannot, but we can try. So this is the game. We can press C for the character sheet. As you can see, it's all empty. I don't know why we can see the sun there. This makes no sense, but and it's still there. But it is the Unity. It is the Unity's quirk. You put this out of the way. It's a direction light and it's just there. Alright, so these are the numbers of a male human. If we switch to clone, these numbers should change. Or you just leave me there. I just left the info text there. That's also not intended. Also, it's a very large info text. I think this is directly from the rule book. We just copy pasted from the rule book. That's fine. Good. So if we are human and we switch our heritage over to Demogrants, for example, then the numbers should also change, or maybe they shouldn't. Maybe indicators there should appear. What happens when we click this? So the default would be BA, right? And we do have a default. So these are the default numbers for a BA baby, a bright arrivals young human male. And then we say Demogrants, and it's going to switch up these numbers there. Maybe. Settlers, same thing. Or we from the get-go have the modifiers there. That is something could consider. Of course, if you switch over to robot, these numbers are going to change forever, and it's annoying that the info text does not close when we pick something out. Close drop down. I don't know, is this still causing the error here? Let's find out. Because maybe that is what needs to run, I'm not sure. I also don't play maximized. I want to read the debug. Close dropdown doesn't even close the info text. So what was the issue there that caused the error? I was looking for an image that wasn't there. Interesting. If we have an image and that image is enabled, then we animate the entry, otherwise we do not animate the entry. That could potentially help out this issue? No. No, that is still there. There's still a little bit of jank. We're gonna leave it be. There are more important things now. Good, yeah, that's really annoying. It doesn't close down the info text. If we close the drop down though. I think I want to get rid of the info text as well. Info text, display info. Display info untrue is I think all we need to do here. And drop down gets closed. Display info false. If we close the drop down menu, just get rid of the info text because it's stuck there and that is jank. And we don't like jank here. Around here, no jank. We're biased towards jank. Good. If we hover over human and take that, doesn't work though. It's still janked. So just info false. Doesn't want to do it. Maybe after the animation then? Display info. If not show info components would reduce info text component text info text. Info text look it up, or info text is back to the question mark. So that should work, except it does not. We are closing it. Are we though? If we pick something out. Maybe close it manually by calling the animate entry. That is very likely. Good, animate entry. Maybe we should look at that real quick, that method. Choices. Even though here is a choices, and that could also work. Let's put it here and see if it just is a good footnote here to close down the info text. Let's see. Pick out a robot and the info text goes away. Pick out a human and the info text goes away. Beautiful. No more jank. Easy peasy. Right. But we want to make progress here somehow. And it's already been 25 minutes and we haven't achieved anything. Well, we got rid of a bug. And a jank glitch. So that's alright. Good. The next thing would be if we pick something out. I want to see a result changing there. For example, what if we pick out a different race and then have just the base stats change? Isn't that an idea? The enums don't help. Enums don't help, but the character does help. So the robot base stats are here. We could design another thing, or we could just make the functionality in there first. Let's get some functionality in there first. Good. Base attributes. Populate base attributes is what needs to be called. Choices. Is it in choices? This is that. Game object options. Defaults. It could be. Who calls my choices? Fine, next. This must be somewhere else. In the drop down proper. Yes, it gets called in the drop down proper. The pick choice is there. And somewhere we should find out if it's a race, but where? Drop down is closed by choosing something from the list. Drop down proper. I think this might be a correct place. Call rid of on drop down propers to check if no options. Oh, we already did this. Composition choices. Good. So if it's a race. Yeah. This is going to become very big here, this method. And we're fine with this. We're not scared. Where is this? Dip, dip, and dip, dip. So this is a little bit of a comment. A race is picked out. Good, let's have a little bit of a comment there. And then we're going to say if. Font controls will get check component text. What's this? Fonts and colors. Get component text. Isn't this what the picked choice is? By the way, there is a high noise pollution outside now. We have to turn down the music. Because we're not allowed to listen to music in peace. There's noise pollution where we live. Good. If now there's actually several ways where we could go around about this, but since we're already looking for fonts and colors here, fonts and colors, I'm really curious about the fonts and colors. String what pick? If what pick is a race list, well, then we do it for each text component in label text. So far so good. So every time we pick something, the fonts and colors is run. Why? This doesn't make any sense. Race list count for each text encode. I mean, if what pick equals race list. Then we go. This could be already a gatekeeper. Instead of running through this. It's no big deal because it's not a calculation that goes 1,000 times every millisecond or even more. We could leave this in this poorly optimized code. On the other hand, we could make it more readable. If I should just if we should just make this the race method. Like a race is picked instead. This is completely unreadable. Race picked, on the other hand, is so much readable so that we see immediately our spelling error. Good, but back music on. We have to turn it on off again all the time now because of the every 5 minutes noise pollution. It's brutal, you guys. It's brutal. We don't like living here. A race picked. Good. If what pick equals race list. Ah, we're going through it. We're going through it. This is how we find out what is picked. This should just be a general pick, right? This should be just a general pick. If what pick equals race list count. This is the wrong way around, by the way. Does work though. It goes for every. So we're going through every race. Right. Going through every race. I want this to be logically conclusive, congruent, and this is not. This is not it. Let's grab this method and put it near where. Here. Oops. Put it near where we need it. Like behind this, either behind this or in it. Good, we don't need a method. Good. I really don't. Again, noise pollution. Can we not in peace just code our stuff here? They won't let us. The kings won't let us. No, racist pick. This what is this? I don't think we're doing it the right way. Oops. Good. Race picked, racist pick. Good. Let's cut it out here. Delete that. Go over there and put it in here. And that is way more reasonable. A race is picked out for erases count. Good. For each race pick, text component font, start coding boxes, blah blah blah. This is good enough. Text component font list for each image, start coding box slurp. Right. But that's not all we want when a race is picked out. Where is the... it's in the God object script, right? The default new character, what's gonna happen? Gonna do the new character, pop base attributes, new character. Have you ever seen populate fields in character sheet? Yes. of the new character. New character race. Ah. Good, so we do have a constructor here. Do have a constructor, which is interesting. So we have to access the character. We have to give it the base attributes. And then we have to make them appear. Popular base attributes, popular attributes fields. Yes. Good, so we do know what is happening. Good, let's put it in here somewhere. In the drop-down proper. If what we picked out, oops. We can't remember where we gave that information here. Fonts and colors there. Fonts and colors. Transform get child, get component text. Good. And that is a bit dum-dum. What we're going to do is we're going to give it a string. And that is what the player reads there in the field. String field, not field. String UI element. String element, I don't know. Equals this. And then what pick is the element? What pick more descriptive even? If the element is in the race list there. Good. For each text component, leave a text. Still feels like the wrong order of things. But let's keep it in here for a brief moment. If it's in there, then we're going to populate. Did we not copy this? Oh, we tried to, but then we copied something else. Copy. Whoop, and in the character as well. New character. This should be the current character, of course. Current. Oops, it's not here. Then let's check the gods then. Wait a minute. We have the gods here, hopefully. No, we don't? Cannot access the god script from the drop-down proper. Why not? Private UI control. Private gods. Start UI control. God object script. Is this what it's called? God object script. God object script. God object script. Maybe next game we call these things different, huh? That's the UI control, and that is the gods. Good. Gods will have a current character. Yep. And let's go down here. Gods current character. character. Good, and God's current character base attributes element. And then we populate the base attribute fields according to the current character in the God object script. God awful. No, this is good. This is good, just take my word for it. Don't worry, it doesn't compile. Cannot implicity. Oh, we were too lazy here to reread. Why not? Oh, yeah, up there. Copy. Yep. Always proofread. Character-based attributes can be used like a method. What? Non-invocable member character-based attributes can be used like a method in the 94. Why not? God's current-based attributes elements. Current character-based attributes pop-based attributes, of course. Base attributes. Base attributes is just the base attributes, and pop base attributes is populating the base attributes. It's a difference. And click and boom. Wait. Pop base strings inaccessible. Oh man. Dun. Why? Let's make it public. Good, and then I think there was something else bugging us. But what was it? Oh yeah, what if it's not in but a BIM? I think it's just gonna skip then. It's not even going to try this. If it's not a race, it's not gonna try. And that is exactly why we want the logic here to be a little bit more logical. Good, human and robot. Whoop. Wait, what? Why is it not changing? Also, why is the frickin' thing invisible underneath the info text? Gender, race, life stages. Where is the base attributes? Interactable elements. I think you just click on this scene and then we have it here. Base attributes, and then we can move it away for a moment. Good. So we go to robot. It doesn't change. Go to human. Go to robot. Go to human. Maybe we just didn't change it? No, we did change it. Oh, that's awkward. Populate the base attributes, and then in the UI control, populate base attribute fields. Base attribute get child, get component text, base attribute to string. Oh, new car. This should not be the new car. This should be the old car. Character new car, because populating all base attributes is for new characters. Is it? Populate base attributes again every 5 minutes. But it is. So it does take a character. current character is the guy in the gods here. This is, by the way, this is really dumb. New character because every guy is a new character. This is so dumb. We don't like it at all. Pop-based attribute fields character C. Good. Text C-based attributes to string, bada bing. This does work. And the proof is if we start a new game, you're gonna see that the random here disappears. And instead is gonna populate with a 3. So the populate based attribute fields method is working in the UI control. Why then does it not work here? Populate based attributes because it takes a character. I wonder why it doesn't throw an error. Because current character. No, it does. It does actually give a character. I don't understand. This should work. User interface controller populates the base attributes fields, like here, of a certain character, and it is the current character. That is not a big deal. Good, current character equals the new character. That's created on start. Human robot. I think we know what is the issue. The issue is that this robot is lowercase. We think. Enum races? Do we have a race enum? Yeah, we do. And it's all uppercase. Why does it work then in the beginning? New character, character race. Your character string race equals human. Aha. Aha ha ha. Let's make this correct. Let's make this absolutely correct. We could also give this, I wonder if we can have defaults. Pop base attributes character default. Race equals. Just asking here for a friend. Character string race. Life stage. We can have defaults. So in the God object script, we don't even need this. Create character string race equal. Create character race equal. So this could be. This doesn't need to have a default. We give it a string. In the create character, new character. Just do this, please. Will it work? No. There's no argument given that corresponds to the required parameter race. Really? Create character string. Create character string. Yeah, you do want a race, don't you? If we don't give a race, it's just gonna be another human. So create a new character, with a race. Which means this will never trigger. This would never trigger. Unless we somewhere put this in another method. Character, new character, create character, race is human. At the start we create a character. Good. Race, So does this solve our robot issue? Let's find out. Good. Human, robot, it does. Good. Vitality determines your base stamina. And so now that it is 100, we need to make an exception for the tooltip. But since it does work, why not add in another race? And in the end, we only have to add in 5 races, for just getting the game started. Going into the 3D aspect of the game here. But in the end, there's going to be 10 races at least. In the end, which we will probably not achieve. Good, let's add in another race. Because it's just so much work. Human, robot. Can we do it in order? Human, clone, robot, demon, alien. Let's do the clone next. Clone. Base attributes. Well, it depends on what kind of clone. And that brings us back to the questions. Do we have a baseline, or do we have... We should have a heritage baseline, actually. So when we click on these things, now a young clone, yeah, let's do it like that. A young clone and a young human, kind of the same. For the purpose of simplicity, we would say. I mean, with the clones is alright. With the humans, it's not that alright. Maybe we introduce a random aspect. Into the human. This is all game design stuff. So first, let's put in the clones, which are easier than humans. Good. We want the clones inherently to be a little bit weaker than humans. We want them to be a little bit more clumsier than humans. Vitality of a clone, though. We don't want them to break, that's for sure, so they start out with a very high vitality. Even when they're 5 years old. reason, they don't need to be able to reason at all. Depends on what type of clone then they're in the end. This might go up or down, but the baseline is low. And imagination. Imagination is completely neglected in the genes. Let's give it a 1. Good. Awareness. We want the clone to be reasonably aware, but not too much. So lower than human as well. Charisma is not there. And the looks of a clone, like the looks of a baby human. Doesn't matter. Good, so all in all, very low baseline attributes for the clone. That's alright. Good, let's see how it looks in game. We're going to pick out the race clone now. Human clone, whoop, and there we have it. Also have this little graphical glitch, and that little graphical glitch there. But yeah, so now we have to think about how are we going to make these numbers be affected by the choice the player makes. So we were thinking it's going to give us immediately a plus minus here. Depending on the heritage. Good. And then we age up. Age up. Gives us the same tooltip here. Which is, of course, not desirable. Oh no. Where is our button? Button age up. Button text age up. Is this what we're looking for? Maybe we should call this revs. Age 0 to 5. Put the age up. It's also called button age up. Weird. Does it look for any keyword there? This is too complicated now. Brain is already mush. What are we looking for? We're looking for a keyword. And if the key... Look it up words. So who gives me this look it up? Select entry, of course. Display info. Info text. Entry. Transform name. If it's a drop-down item, then it does something. Otherwise, it checks just the name. Just the name. Button age up. Weird. Is it somewhere it contains? Look it up, looking up. Base attributes, alright. Entry transform name. Look it up entry. Info text, infos, look it up entry. Transform name. So it should button age up in this case. And that works for some reason. button. Next life stage. I just wondering now if that would make a difference. So this is the refs again, and this description not found. And if we give it a life stage, and we say advances character creation, for example, would it then give the player the information that when they click the button they advance their character creation? Yes, it would. Good, advances character creation. I mean, that's as descriptive as it gets. Good, strength, reason, imagination, awareness, charisma. Looks, what does awareness do? Your reaction range when not player controlled. So people are gonna dump this stat, just like the looks. Pure cosmetic stat, no impact on gameplay. Charisma determines the number of followers you can have. That's interesting. Imagination determines your base focus. We should make this more descriptive, because players are not familiar with focus. Determines your base focus. In parentheses, mental stamina. Good, people know what that is. Our mental stamina is almost at its end. Cannot keep on doing this. It's work, you guys. It's work. Human, clone, robot, demon. Should we do the demon next? No. We wanna have a result here in the character creation. We're wondering now if there is too many things that don't actually have an immediate impact, like awareness and looks, and female and male. It's already 3 things that the player can sees on their screen, and it doesn't do anything for the game. So yeah. Even though we think female and male is not that bad, people pick this out all the time, and it really doesn't have any impact on gameplay usually. I'm thinking of the Diablo 4 now, and games like that, and but looks, no, we're fine. Good. So what happens if the character picks out a clone and doesn't want to be in the Warrens but wants to be a settler clone? What kind of clone would settlers get? BA clones are different. Well, it depends, right? The Warrens clone should be one out of 3 things. Yes. Oh, that's a good idea. So we're gonna have the BA clone always be a powerful, strong military clone, able-bodied and working. Working style. Good. So that's fixed numbers. But what about the human? Human shouldn't be that fixed numbers all the time. That's a bit... It's very much randomized. It should be very much randomized. So this doesn't matter. We're gonna say plus minus random, plus minus random, plus minus random, plus minus random. And if the player hovers over, they're gonna get the description. Something like that. That sounds about right. On the other hand, completely random. Or we could give the player agency, which is the best actually. That's a lot of coding, but it's worth it, of course. So what are we going to do next? BA. Yeah, this is a good idea. We are going to just give him a number there. If it's BA, they're gonna get a number here, base attributes plus 5 or something. Good. Should actually start with that, Let's grab a random number here. Dexterity. And duplicate it. It's in the layout, which we don't want. We want it out of the layout. Wonder if it works. So this is where? Here, and it does not display, as you can see. Because we did pop it out. No, it displays. It is there. Good, good, good. Base attributes, and is gonna say here. If we hover over it, it's gonna look it up again. It says bonus. Attributes. Bonus attributes. Bonus attribute points. And then we can look it up under bonus or something. If we want. And we probably want. Infotext, life stage, age. This is getting crowded. Bonus. Good. Distribute a number of points to your character's base attributes when advancing character creation. I don't know. Or leveling up. Distribute a number of points to your character base attributes on advancing character creation or leveling up. Whatever. Is good enough. Good. Bonus attribute points. Yes, you reload the domain. And we're going to give it a new text here. And we're also going to give it a different style. Effect distance. Outline, blah blah. Kind of want this quiet. Kind of want it green. This is the outline. Kind of want the outline white, and the text color needs to be green. Completely green is fine. But the white color is not fine at all. Also, this could be lower. And it needs to be somewhat see-through. Good. Base attributes +5. See how it looks in-game? Horrible. It looks absolutely atrocious in-game. Make the outline make the outline black. Good. Base attribute +5. If we're BA, if we're settler, it should vanish. It should vanish. Democrats. It should be. It should be good. 753, something like that. Yeah, 753. Let's make it 753. All right, good. So the where is it? Where do you go? Drop down character number raise, drop down up. Life stages, bonus attribute points. There we go. The default is 7. And it is going to get accessed in the UI control. Let's keep it simple here. Base attribute canvas print public transform. Points bonus. Bonus attribute points. Bonus points. Bonus BA points. BA bonus. Bonus. Let's keep it simple. Bonus points to attributes as good. Bonus points to attributes on level up / creation. Good. That's the bonus points transform. Let's populate it. We have the UI here somewhere. UI control. Bonus points is here. Good, and then we can access it in script. In the UI control, when we pick out arrays. Is this not on select any entry? Is this not on drop-down proper? Yes, it is on drop-down proper. Good, property base attributes fields. Dun, dun, dun. And this is not race, actually. This is now class. A race is picked out, so next thing should be a class. And we haven't dealt with the logic there. Also, why are you here? You must be there. Have not dealt with the logic there just yet. Race picked out. This is done. A heritage is picked out. Good, and then we're just going to write it down. Since we don't have too much dynamic stuff happening. If string, bada bing, right? If element equals BA, then we go to the UI control, to the bonus points element, bonus points, and then we're going to get the component. Text, and the text is going to be plus plus 7 because it's BA. Easy peasy. Let's see if it works and then enter the other thingies. See if it compiles, and it does not compile. Element does not exist. Why the heck not? Because element is right there. It's right there. What is happening? Element does not exist. Element does not exist. Huh? Here it is, man. Are you blind? Else. Oh, we're out of bounds. Whoops. That's not cool. Should not be out of bounds. Ah, that's why the thing was over there, because of awkward. Let's not have it be awkward. It's still a little bit awkward. If yeah, it's alright. It's fine. Good. If I just picked out now we're existing, and now we're compiling. Easy peasy. Good, and let's see if it does it. Human clone warrants. I mean, it's never going to change here. Distribute a number. Oh, this is small, but points to your character-based attribute when advancing character creation or leveling up. So this is fine. This should also go there. Same tooltip. Oh no, it shouldn't. It's fine. Good, and then we go to human, and then we pick out BA, and whoop, it's going to change. Take my word for it. If it's not human here, we should also get rid of the bonus points. Only humans get to have play agency. That's the advantage. Yeah, it's a good advantage. Remember with the other RPGs, humans are very versatile. Yeah. Well, if you say so. But here, actually, you can see the versatility immediately. It has an instant impact. It's beautiful. It's like poetry. Now let's pop. If the element is what were the other things? Settler. and Dimmigrant. Dimmigrant. The single M, because it's a completely new word. 7 Settler. So Settler is going to get 3 points, and the Dimmigrant is going to get 5 points. Good. But the Dimmigrant is going to get a help in seeing every time. And it's never going to go away. A vision help. It's never going to go away. It's because it's a video game, and I want to see things in a video game. And since we're under a dark sun, under a black hole, there's not much light to go around, and other civilizations come in to settle on the planet freshly. They're called Dimmigrants. They don't have adapted to that just yet. Native people have adapted to the dimness of the overall dimness of the planet, so they can see in the dark just fine. But other races are going to have a different thingy there. Hey, we could even do it. We could even brutally do it if that could be a weakness. If that weakness gets destroyed, they're practically dead. So we could just take away player control, which is rough. But I mean, when a player dies, that is the punishment. Taking away player agency. That's in every game. That's a rough punishment. But luckily here you can just create a new character immediately. So it's not like you have to watch a 5 seconds cutscene or anything like that. This guy's rough. We want to keep the punishment to the minimum of the player having lost their character. Good, let's see if it actually works. Settler, yep, +3. Dimmigrant, Settler, +3. BA +7, Dimmigrant. Oh, we definitely messed up here. Huh? Dimmigrants. Why is it not Dimmigrants? Oh, that's fine. Good. Right, so if you're a human and you click on Dimmigrants, you're gonna get +5 points, and if you're a clone, you're getting these points taken away. So now we could work on the logic here when the race is picked out, because you're just iterating through the races here like If element not equal human. Oh, this could be very easy. Yeah. I mean, there you go. Copy, paste. Copy, paste. If element not equal human, else bonus points. Whoop. Otherwise, the default is the BA. Copy. Now, what would be extremely sophisticated is if the game would remember the player's choice. So let's say we're playing the game, play maximized, and the player goes human, BA gets 5 points. I don't like many points. I like only 3 points. What about this robot? Whoop. Ah, the robot doesn't get bonus points, but gets 100 vitality. Alright, let's go back to the human. And now the game should remember that the player picked out a settler here, and not a BA. That would be very sophisticated and very nice. I think we're going to put that in. I think we're going to make that work. But we're not going to make it work today. Oh, we very probably will make it work today, but not on stream. Because that should be enough now for today. Streaming wise. So thank you for watching. And I'm going to see you next time. Until then, have a good day and a good night.